Shalom to Nation Israel. This is Barazal coming in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of the Great Millstone and to the hopeful light push this word in truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. This is going to be a quick lesson, hopefully, but if it's not, it's in the spirit. But this is a redo because I did post this up before, but I think the recording app that I was using on my other tablet wasn't working, or it could have just been the tablet, so I'm using it on a different one. So we're going to call this It's All Sleight of Hand, and we're going to go into, what's happening with Israel, with Iran, the bombing a little bit, and more importantly, we're going to talk about what's going on in Kenya. So I'll talk about a little bit of Iran and Israel. You know that right now, there's a bombing going on right now. They're bombing each other back and forth. And most recently, Iran bombed Israel, right? But while all these wars and rumors of wars are going on right now, these guys are passing bills. These guys are moving things when it comes to their main objective, their main goal, which is the MOTB, right? Their main goal is to hip the whole planet, right? And especially in America. But they're starting. But it comes with everything. They always start with the outside, and work on the outside, and then come to the inside. So work outside in, right, so to speak. So the hip is going to come to America, Babylon the Great, last. They're going to get it there last. Where it's going to be mandated there last, right? Because they're already pushing it. They're already talking about pushing it in Canada, right? I'm not sure about South America, but I know a lot of these countries outside of the West are getting it. Like Australia just went digital. They haven't pushed the hip there yet, but they just went digital currency. And a lot of other African countries went digital currency, but this country specifically, they're already pushing the hip, right? So I'm going to play this quick video. I actually haven't watched the video yet from this gentleman. His page is called Go Black to Africa. But yeah, so yeah, I've seen a couple of his videos before too. The apostles have posted it before. He does go into some good stuff from what I've seen. But this is a very good one, because you know what the funny thing with this topic about Kenya and the hip, if you try to Google it online, you can't find anything. The only closest thing you can find is from 2023, when there was a rumor about them doing this. But they said the rumor is fake. It's not real. But now we're in 2024, and clearly it's actually happening, right? So let's give this a play. What this guy does, if you don't know about him, he travels around Africa and goes to different countries and shows you kind of like the lifestyle and the other side that's not shown in the media and movies and things like that. So at least that's from what I've seen from the videos I've seen about him. But maybe he does more, right? I don't really know too much, but that's what I know of him. So if you one of the things you can look into are ID 2020 and Gavi, right? And combining those, I think Gavi is the one that, I'm not sure which one is which. I don't remember because it was a while ago. It's like 2020 when I was going into that. But you don't hear about those two things too much. But they're run by Bill Gates, from what I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. And I know one of the two, I don't remember which one it is, or if it's Gavi or ID 2020. I know they're going to combine both of them together, but separately, one of them is a hip program in poverty countries, poverty-stricken countries. And the hip them, they're going to combine the hip with the needles that go in the arm, right? They're going to combine them together, which is going to make that hip program. So that's how they're going to get these people in these poverty-stricken countries. So I'm not sure if it's Gavi or ID20, or they can combine the two together, but I know that's part of the program they have in these countries outside of the West, right? These poverty-stricken countries, hence why they're starting in Africa, right? Africa and Asia, they're starting in those countries and pushing this program because it's a faster way for them to get people with the C hip. They combine it with the needles to say, oh, you need these needles because you're sick, and we have the cure for whatever sickness that you have, and we're also going to combine the C hip with that, right? It's very ingenious in a wicked way. It's very ingenious, right? So then when you need your next needle, they can just check on the schedule or check on the records on your C hip to see when was your last one and when's your next upcoming one, right? So all your identification is going to be on there, hence ID 2020. So yeah, ID 2020 is the identification part, which is, and then Gavi is, yeah, so the V in Gavi goes into, well, the V goes to, I can't say the word, but it goes into the thing that happened 2020 that they said they're going to give you, that letter V, right? That V word. But yeah, so Gavi is the V part with the needles, right? And ID 2020 is the identification part with the C hip. So they're going to combine the two together, right? So I don't know if they kept the same name, but I know that's what they were talking about in 2020. Ah, see? Oh, I was right. There you go. You saw the name. Um, I don't even watch CNN, but let me see if I can pause it. Ah, see, right? You see right there. He says the WHO and Bill Gates, Gavi, were given immunity by the Swiss government. So Gavi, see, Gavi, V word alliance. You see, I was right. So this, they were talking about this in 2020, right? So people don't understand. Like that's why they were pushing those V's so hard, because they're gonna combine those V's with ID 2020. So they're gonna bind the two together, and they're testing these programs out in these poverty-stricken countries to see how it works. Right? It's easier to get those people because they're in poverty. Okay, we come with the V's. We're gonna help you. Blah 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 blah. Right? There's gonna be less fight back over there. Right? But when you come to the West, people have more rights. They have more rights, so to speak. So they're not going to be as easy to convince, right? So it's easy to get the people that are easy first and then come to the harder people in the West. So, but yes, the point is that Bill Gates is backing Gavi, right? That's Bill Gates' thing, Gavi. And then the WHO, right? So you got both of those guys together. Coincidence. Okay, so let's let this play. So you heard what she said. Let's just rewind that. So the sites are in Kenya. And the bottom says Bill Gates pushes digital ID for newborns in Kenya. And like I said, I had searched for this on Google, and the only thing that comes up is from 2023 when there was rumors, right, so-called rumors of them doing this, and the Kenyan government said, "Oh, it's not true. It's bullshit." Right? You see? So somewhere in their body. Is that Revelation 13:16? So let's go to the scriptures. 2 Corinthians 2:11. That Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And Satan is not going to get advantage of us because we are not ignorant of his devices, right? So we know what that device is that she just mentioned, just talked about. We know what that is. That's the MOTB, right? But you see how they're targeting the kids, because what can a baby really do? A baby can't fight back, right? A baby can't say no. A baby's defenseless, right? And then those people in those countries, are they really going to fight? What are they going to do? They're not going to fight back. Because do they even know what that is? They don't even know what that is. Right? I'm not saying you don't have Israelites there. Israel's everywhere, right? But to the most part, like Apostle Tara says, the great mass of the Israelites are in the West. You have them scattered amongst the other nations, of course, but the masses of Israelites are in the West. Okay? So Kenyans as a people, I mean, those are Hamites. You have Israelites scattered amongst them, but as a people, they don't know the truth. They're not like, okay, I know this is the MOTB, right? Because if that was the case, these people would be revolting. They would be fighting back, but they don't even know what that is. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They're in poverty, and then you're telling me that you're gonna help my baby out, and I'm gonna get some type of benefit. But if you do that, okay, they're gonna say yes to it, right? They're not gonna fight back. So let me just get this. Even though you've heard this, you've seen this too many times, but it never gets old. Revelation 13:16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor. So rich and poor. So Kenyans are not really like on top of the world when it comes to status, from what I know, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. So you would say they're one of the poorer countries, free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, right? So like I said, I've said this in many videos. The reason why he says right hand, John, when he saw his vision, had the vision, is because majority of people on the planet are right-handed. So obviously you're going to see majority of people getting into right hands. That's just common sense. It doesn't mean that you can't get it in your left hand. It doesn't mean that you can't get it on other parts of your body. That's not what it means. It's just the majority of people he saw in his vision were getting in their right hands or in their foreheads. And then other parts of the foreheads, the reason why I said foreheads is because if you know about Elon Musk, he's creating a brain C-hip that goes in your brain. So if it's going in your brain around the cerebral cortex, the way you're going to have to scan that C-hip is by scanning your forehead. You're going to have to move your forehead. That's why he said foreheads, right? And then if you go into Revelation 19, it says it goes in their hands. So it even says further that it's not going to just be the right hand, okay? But yeah, verse 17, it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So if you don't have this mark or C-hip, the MOTB, you also won't be able to buy or sell anything, right? You won't be able to do any of that. So it's gonna be that. It's gonna be your way it's a way you're gonna be buying. It's a way you're gonna have your identification on there. It's a way you're gonna be basically being part of the system, the beast system, right? And that's part of you making an image to the beast, right? Or I should say, worshiping the image of the beast, which is really the system. That MOTB is part of the system. So let's go back, because I actually haven't watched this video yet. Because they're sellouts. what he just said? He said transact, so you can make transactions. Didn't I just read that? Didn't I just read that in Revelation? So we can transact. And then let me go back. Everything he just mentioned. So 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So part of the image of the beast is the system that he just mentioned. You know, you got the iris, you got the fingerprint, right? You got all those things being part of the system, right? Be part of that beast system. You know, you got worship the alphabet gang. That's part of the beast system, right? Going to work, coming home, that system that they have, even that is part of the system. How they're gonna have UBI, so when it gets to a point where they're gonna give you a universal basic income, so everyone's get the same amount of money, and the money's gonna have like a time limit. And you have to use it. You can't stack up money, right? So that's all part of the beast system, right? So you can see that guy's a sellout. He was talking about stakeholders and all this other stuff. He's a sellout. His face is shaved, right? He's a sellout. He's just another Roman, right? Or a Babylonian, or a new Babylonian. But yeah, you heard what he said. You heard what he said. And you see in the thumbnail of this video, he's standing beside Bill Gates. So you already know this guy's sold out. He's a sellout. He sold his people out. And people are clapping. This guy sold you out. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He sold you out. That's why Yahweh Shai is going to kill all these people. These wicked leaders. He's going to fucking kill them. Psalms 31:13. For I have heard the slander of many. Fear was on every side. While they took counsel together against me, they devised to take away my life. Right? And that's what these wicked leaders, these wicked elite, the wicked, right? These wicked leaders in Israel, outside of Israel, right? They're all trying to get, at the end of the day, they're trying to get the elect, right? All this is really to get the elect. Obviously, Esau has his plans to get all, the whole population, the whole world. But most importantly, he wants to get the elect, right? Because if he gets the elect to take the Sihip, Yahushua has no one to come back to save, right? And therefore, they get to rule pretty much forever, right? They want their kingdom to last forever. So they know if they get the elect, then Yahushua can't come back to save the elect. He has no reason to come back, so he can't come back. So they think they're going to offset the prophecies. But we all know that's not going to happen. Because the elect can see what the Sihip is. They know exactly what it is. They can see it, so they're not going to take it. And even when they're put in those situations, those dire situations where it's life or death, they're still not going to take it. The elect rather will die before they take the MOTB. Also on top of it is because Yahweh Shai is going to put the spirit on them to do that, right? Jeremiah 11:19. But I was like a lamb or an ox that is brought to the slaughter, and I knew not that they had devised devices against me, saying, let us destroy the tree with the fruit thereof, and let us cut him off from the land of the living, that his name be no more remembered, right? So that's what these people are trying to do to Israel. They're trying to cut them off from being a nation, right? Because at the same time, these wicked elite want to get rid of Israel as a nation, right? You're going to have the Israelites, they're going to have slaves, and they're going to do that also by trying to get Israel as slaves, all of them as slaves. They don't want to be there. They don't want to hear about Israel ever again, right? Because Israel, right, is the enemy of Esau. They're mortal enemies. The Israelites and the Edomites. Proverbs 16:30. He that shutteth his eyes to devise forward things, moveth his lips, he bringeth evil to pass, right? And that's what just happened. You seen that guy was moving his lips, and then once they shut his eyes to devise forward things, are these wicked elite, these wicked leaders, right? When they're sleeping, they're thinking about fucked up shit to do. They're thinking about how can we get these Israelites, and how can we get the elect? Right? They're thinking about all the possible ways they can do it, and they even hire their wicked 2/3 to give them ideas of how to get other Israelites. Right? Who else to get them better than their own people? Right? That's how they get all these ideas, like these rap artists and all these other things, like especially during 2020, to get Israelites to take those V's. You know, those VCs. So Micah 2:11. Actually, um, 3:10. Micah 2:10. Arise, ye, and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. Right? So this is not our rest. Why is it not our rest? Because this isn't our kingdom. This kingdom is wicked. This kingdom is just wicked, man. Wherever you go, you see wickedness, man. It's just, you get so upset and angry, and it's like you don't want to be here because this place is wicked. You want this place to be gone already, you know? So that's why you shouldn't be actually trying to flourish in this kingdom. You shouldn't be trying to you shouldn't be investing in this kingdom because it's going down, right? And also why it's not our rest is because our rest is in the kingdom, in our kingdom, not this hell, right? Our rest is in the kingdom. In the kingdom, we're not going to work. We're going to have slaves. We're going to be perfect. We're not going to work. We're going to have slaves, right? That's the time we're going to rest, and we're going to rest forever. So, it's a perfect trade-off for you to work for a short period of time, and it is a short period of time compared to you living forever. You'll be living forever. We're never going to die. We're going to live forever, and we're forever going to be on top. So you're telling me all you have to do is work a little bit, put a little work in right now? Because it is a short period of time. Compared to living forever, this is what we're doing through right now is short. Right? It says because it is polluted. And I just mentioned that because this place is wicked. It says it shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. Right? So let's go back to that video. See what else this guy says. We're clapping. They don't even know what's going on. You heard him say that. Yep. Right? So she said it. Right? And the reason why is that is because they're trying to be like the Most High. They want to see everything and know everything. They want to know where everyone is at all times. They want to be able to control whether you get paid, whether you don't get paid, whether you're able to pay for something, whether you're not able to pay for something, right? Whether you have money today, whether you don't have money today, right? Like they want to know where you're going, where you're not going. You know, they want to know everything and see everything. So obviously, if they have something in you that marks you and has all your identification on you in one little thing where they can turn on and off, then they're basically, it's like they're being like the Most High because that's their other goal too, right? So that's why they're doing that. That's part of the other reason why they're doing it, because you're a slave. When you have a slave, you know where your slave is at all times, right? right? So he said that, you know, you can watch the rest of the video. I don't want to make this video too long, but like I said, people are aware. People are not stupid. But at the end of the day, it's only the elect that are not going to take it, right? They will get the majority of the masses to take it, but there will be some people that don't take it. Then you got the elect that are not going to take it, right? The elect are not going to take it at all, right? So you got the 1/3, and you got the 144. So let me go to this last scripture. Hopefully, don't clip the video because I tried my best to not say the evil word, so to speak. It's not evil, but Isaiah 10:1. It's evil to Esau. Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto you, woe unto them, Slakia, that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Right? So that's what they're doing. They're writing these unrighteous decrees to mandate these C hips combined with the V's to the people. Right? And they know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly, and I doubt that these guys are gonna put it in themselves. Right? Doesn't really make any sense. And even if they put it in themselves, they'll just take it out. They don't really care. Right? They're already, they don't care. But yeah, they're doing this stuff because, well, because they're wicked. They're just wicked, and they want to get everyone under their control, under their grips, under their surveillance, right? But like I said, at the end of the day, the elect are not going to take it. It doesn't matter how dire the situation looks and it appears. The elect are not going to do it, you know? Anyways, that's on that. I'm going to close out by saying, Kahala Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Racha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and to the hopeful elect pushes his word of truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Abad Babal, Kwam Yasharala, and Shalom.